Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is just job review of this particular case study. Actually, it has been taken to an engineer and it has been worked on thoroughly. I would have loved to on it, but I would prefer to keep it on like this, simply because the power switch is not that good and I have not worked any power connector on it. I was actually rushing on this job, and the fault we are actually addressing here is no display. And when they brought it in, every coil was generating voltage, but unfortunately there was no display. So I tested with keyboard, still the same thing, no caps lock on keyboard and yet no display. So what I did first, after I've confirmed all the necessary voltage is present, probably the coil voltages, they are all present, the RAM requirement voltages are also present, and which other thing, I actually didn't check the RAM clock and data, simply because the power switch, for me to turn it on, is somehow complicated. The power switch connector is behind the panel, and the power switch flex itself is not good, so I can't actually use this. So I will have to position the board in such a kind of risky way when I trigger this board. So I choose not to do that. Although I can bypass that by just doing, they're just working power switch there, but I don't want to waste my time much on it because I have a lot going on. And since I've confirmed all of the necessary voltage and I have similar board very close to me here, I quickly just rush and replace the BIOS. Although the BIOS here too, as it looks like they've worked on the BIOS, like probably somebody have removed it before. But regardless of that, I used it, and unfortunately it was not actually improving. Excuse me. So I had to download another BIOS online and I use it. And which the BIOS I'm talking about here is the main BIOS, because this board has two BIOS basically. It has EC BIOS and main BIOS. This is the EC BIOS and this is the main BIOS here. So after programming with NeoFi, now the motherboard is responding by the keyboard. Like I'm getting the caps lock on the keyboard just like this, but still yet I was not getting any display on screen. The other challenge here now is that this particular motherboard has no schematic, so tracing the LVDS thoroughly can be somewhat complicated. But there is one clue, and I can say there is a takeaway of this video here. Whenever you are dealing with LCD VDD and V-in on the pin of the, what's it called? Okay, I'll show you here. You see they are the same board. Once you are dealing with LCD VDD and 19 volts pin, there are always more than one pin. At least it is going to be two for VIN, and for LCD VDD it is always two. Even sometimes it can be three. So when you come here, I don't know if I can zoom this. Look at this last two here. This last two here and this last two here, pin number 30 here. So pin number 30 and 29 are connected. Pin number 1 and 2 are connected. So I just have to confirm which one is 1923, and I have to even confirm even if it is coming at all. And notice this is under this. For me to check while it is connected can be somehow risky as well. So all I just did was to remove the connector, confirm the voltage, and those are the things I can only check there. So I checked on the pin number 1 and 2. I realized there is no voltage there, and I tried to see if I can jump the voltage. But before jumping the voltage, I go behind the screen and check on pin number 35 and pin number 36. Still here, no, sorry, pin number 34 and 35, no 3 volt. Obviously, I will not get the backlight. Although there was nothing coming, not that it is showing inside, there was nothing coming. So I try and jump voltage down here by using my multimeter to trace the source of this place. Although there is supposed to be a kind of AND gate or switch out there, JFET, but there is nothing there. So all I did was just to jump the voltage, and after I jumped the voltage, because there is no schematic for me to trace exactly where the 3 volt is coming from. So if you are familiar with what I'm saying, you get something like this, something of this nature, you get it there. So I just bypassed the voltage, and after bypassing the voltage, still yet no display, but this time around I'm getting white, pure white screen. So after carefully checking the connector, I get to realize there is a pin in the connector of the flex as well that has bent. So I have to straighten the pin, and once I'm done with that, I retest the motherboard and everything seems to be working perfect, as you can see. Alright, thank you.